All right, so I just finished Brene Brown, Atlas of the Heart. Let's talk about it. This quote, pause to read, I think gives a good overview of what the book is trying to do. It's a glossary compendium of the different emotions and experiences that we have as humans. This quote right here goes into a little more detail as to the importance of language and why we need that to process our emotional experiences and understand what's happening to us. There's a lot of good examples of the different nuances she's talking about. I mean, one that I like is the difference between shame and guilt, humiliation, embarrassment. But this is another one that I think just illustrates that there are a lot of experiences and emotions that we just kind of clump together as the same thing, but really they're not the same. And having language to describe the nuance can be really helpful as we process. As I mentioned in my last video, I'm a big fan of Brene Brown and her work. I've read most of her other books. There's definitely a repetition and overlap of the concepts in all of her books, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Each book has kind of a different reframing and emphasis or focus, while a lot of the core concepts stay the same. So if you've read her other work, I think Atlas of the Heart is really great as a refresher for a lot of concepts, but also at the end, she brings things together in kind of a unified theory about connection and belonging that I thought was really valuable. If you haven't read any of her other books, I don't know if Atlas of the Heart is where I'd recommend you start. This is my personal favorite thing that she's ever done, The Power of Vulnerability. It's not an audio book. It's a series of lectures. You can get it on Audible that she does in front of a live audience, and it's just so great. It has so many stories. It presents all the different concepts and ideas from her research, and for me, it was quite life-changing. I recommend it to basically all of my friends all the time. Having said that, I don't think Atlas of the Heart is a bad place to start. I think it provides a great overview of a lot of the concepts that she's delved into in a lot of her past work. And I do think that there's a lot of value to having this kind of general grasp of the different emotions or the different experiences and being able to put language to some of that. I think that's something that a lot of people, myself included, could use a refresher on. There's just a ton of great stuff that I found really helpful, you know, stuff about perfectionism, difference between being stressed or overwhelmed, stuff about joy, happiness. So yeah, just lots of good stuff. The last thing I'll say is that I read a digital copy of this, which was fine, but I saw an actual hardcover copy at the bookstore the other day, and it's just gorgeous. The artwork, the layout, the paper quality, it's almost like a coffee table book. That's how nice it is. So it's definitely worth picking up. And yeah, this is 4 out of 5 for me. I really liked it, and let me know if you have any questions.